Time Warp from the Rocky Horror Picture Show should sound something like this. So it's based on a typical sort of rock and roll vibe where your ring finger works quite a lot. Then later your pinky gets working. But let's take you step by step through this. Please make sure you do have a copy of the PDF as well. If you need it, just drop me a WhatsApp. I'll be happy to help you. And let's take it from the top. We're first going to focus now on what our fretting hand is doing. We're starting with your first finger on the second fret on the fourth string from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're strumming your fifth and fourth string together. So your fifth string is open and your fourth string is fretted at at fret 2. And together they sound like this. Now if you look at the PDF, you'll see the opening tab. It says verse chords A, and you see a 0 and 2. That's the 0 and 2, you just heard it. We play it twice. Then you bring the ring finger, or you can use the pinky, but I would rather recommend the ring finger, to fret 4 on the same string as your first finger. So your ring finger is going to override what the first finger is doing. And you pluck that twice. And you simply start with the finger off, finger on, finger off, finger on. So you're playing each twice. Now to get that slightly muted sound, we're going to focus on our picking hand. We're going to want to bring your palm onto the saddles, onto the bridge over here. If you're playing acoustic, you've normally got a little white saddle type bridge thing over here. Electric, you've got something like this. So you're going to bring your palm onto that. So when you strum, the strings are slightly muffled. So this is with no muffle, and this is with a muffle. And if you bring your hand further forward, too much muffle, too far back, no muffle. Okay, and that muffle is actually referred to as palm muting or palm damping. They normally say PM on your PDF sheets, on the tab sheets. So we want about this much. And notice it's a nice short stroke. It's not a big movement like I'm doing now. It's a very small movement. And if I take it from here, you can see basically my pivot point is my wrist. So it's not a hand movement. That's wrong. That's what we're looking for there. Okay, let's go back to the fretting hand again. Okay, as we demonstrated earlier, as we showed you, we've got finger 1 on the second fret of the fourth string, and we've done this. There's 2 bars of it, and then your ring finger must stay down. That's the last 4 on the second bar of your first line of verse chords. So you don't move him, and your first finger jumps up 1 string. So now you're playing fret 2 on the 5th string, and fret 4 is still on the 4th string, and your pinky now, this is where the stretch comes in, has to go all the way to your 6th fret on the 4th string. Now there is a trick for this. You'll notice my thumb is quite low if I hold my guitar like that. If my thumb comes high, watch my pinky underneath, my hand closes, and I can't get to fret, I honestly can't get to fret 6 there. But if I drop my thumb behind, my hand opens up. So the secret to get the stretch, which is a very important technique, drop your thumb. Again, if I bring my thumb to the top from this angle, you can see my thumb's coming over. And I'm not exaggerating, my pinky's closing automatically. It just won't go there. So thumb drops, and the hand can open quite a lot easier. Okay, you can actually get as far as fret 7 if you really want to. Don't have to. Okay, and your 3rd and 4th bars, which is B, should sound like this. You're still strumming strings 5 and 4. Now the trick over here is to make sure the transition, your change from the A which is there to the B which is there, is as smooth as possible. So let's take it through slowly. I'm going to count in if you want to play it through with me. Remember, 2 bars of A, 2 bars of B. You ready? 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and what I'm hoping that you noticed there was at the end of the last, well, end of the 2nd bar, your last count, the 4th beat, your ring finger is there, and then this finger just simply jumped up. It was here, on and off. When it gets to the end of the 2nd bar, he jumps up. You saw the movement, and then pinky kicks in. Okay, on to the next line, G. you take this shape and you take the whole concept, and when I say concept, I mean the pinky going, that's being one bar, and you jump it up one string, one fret. So from fret 2 to fret 3, and you're now on strings 6 and 5. This is your G, one bar. And then after that, you go same concept again, back down a string, say back on string 5, and you on fret 5, 2, and you go. Now all these numbers like the 5 and the 7, you should find 5 and 7 underneath where it says D on the tab second line of the PDF. And from there, the third and fourth bars of the second line back to A. So if you want to play through with me, I'm going to try and get a different view here. We're going to do it something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, and A. And then speed. So it's a very easy but very quick exercise. It's nice to get your technical stretches going. Remember to drop the thumb to get that stretch from fret 2 to fret 6. It will work, trust me, but the thumb mustn't be present. So I'm saying it again because it's very important. If your thumb is there, pinky really isn't going to do the stretch. That's the secret. And again, from the top, you can see the guitar. My hand is nice and open there from underneath, all because the thumb is low. Okay, now halfway through the song, you're going to get... she sings, let's do the time warp again. Those chords are going to look something like this. Remember, the whole song is largely power chords, and when it goes to let's do the time warp again and again, that's really, really easy. Let me just walk you through the chords. F5 or F power chord. Remember, 5 means power chord. Fret 1, fret 3, you can use the pinky or the ring finger. You can flatten it across both strings if you want to. You're going to sound like this. But you only really need the top 2 strings. That's F5 or F power chord. You're going to go from there to C, which is fret number 3, and down a string. Now, what I want you to notice over here is watch how my hand moves. It doesn't change shape. So there's none of this. My hand comes off and I try and find the notes. I simply freeze my hand during the transition down to the C5, fret 3 and 5. When I go from the C5 to the G5, again, small transition, jump up 1, and the last one, the D5, you'll see these numbers again in the PDF, 5, 7. And the third bar is back to what we were doing at the beginning for the verse. So slow motion, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and again 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. It's as easy as that. Now watch the video as well. Go on YouTube and watch the Rocky Horror version of Time Warp. It's really fun. It's really good to watch. Good humor, nice music. And you'll see a part where the band stops and they go, it's just a jump to the left. And you're going to hear this. And he stops and here, put your hands on your hips. And it basically just follows through like that. So in essence over here, if you were to summarize the song, you're working with largely power chords with either the ring finger or power chords with the pinky. And simply follow the tab and you should get home dry the whole way through. If you've got any questions with Time Warp, please don't hesitate to drop me a WhatsApp. If you need a copy of the PDF, just email me as well. I'll be happy to send it to you. Otherwise, have a cool week. Cheers. Bye.